Okay, we're back. Quick pause. One thing I'm going to do real quick, because here at Bass Pro Shops, they've got some really nice bass that we definitely don't want to hurt them. As bad as I really want to catch one of those right now, I'm going to bend the hooks over on my red-eye shad. So I'm going to tie one on real quick, and I'm going to show you again. I like to choose these baits based on the depth that I'm fishing for which one that I'm going to fish. And I'll fish a red-eye shad as deep as 15 or 20 foot. The 3/4 ounce red-eye shad, I love to fish on drop-offs and ledges and humps and things in the summer. The great thing about it is it's balanced so that it won't roll over, and that's what makes it different than the other lipless crankbaits on the market. A lot of times if you rip a bait out the grass or out of the cover, it'll turn over on its side and you'll hook the hook and the bait will tangle up. And this bait right here is designed to stay horizontal, to stay up and down, and it kind of swims just a little bit nose down, and it has that real seductive wobble to it. And it really is something that the bass just can't stand. So I'm going to bend the hooks over here and tie one on. And what I like to do with them is, again, I'm gonna fish it on fluorocarbon, and I like to use a Palomar knot to tie on my bait. So I'm gonna flip this line off. You don't want to use your teeth. I do that all the time. I've got my spinner bait rod right now, but we'll show you. Grab the wrong rod. My other one has fluorocarbon on it. Okay, the old red-eye shad, it's got a really great action to it, and you can just cast it out there, and you can just reel it in, but it's when it falls that makes it special. Watch how it falls. See it wiggle all the way down? You can just jig it. It's a good jig. Look at them come. I tried to pick a nice bright color so everybody can see it. See how that has that real good swimming action to it? So I'm going to cast it out there, and usually I'm going to fish it off to the side where I got my rod like this, and I'm going to let that bait just kind of flutter down and swim back down, and anytime it hits something, you want to rip it off. Oh gosh, that hurt right there. But it's that action that makes it special. So in shallower water, you know, if you're fishing a lot of shallow flats, you know, 1 foot to 5 foot deep, that 1/4 ounce model, that smaller model, really works real well because it doesn't weigh as much and it's easier to keep it in that zone. You can see it's that quick movement out of them that they react to. Oh, that hurts. And they come in a lot of different colors. You know, what I try to do is really look at the water clarity and the forage in the body of water that I'm fishing to choose the bait. You know, I do a lot of fishing at home in Michigan, in farm ponds and things like that don't have shad in them. And, you know, in that situation, a lot of the bluegill and crawfish colors are going to be your best colors. But you can see the action of that bait. It just has that great swimming action. It always sinks the same every time, and it's not going to tangle up. And that's really what makes a red-eye shad special. You know, you can just cast it out there and burn it back to the boat. It works real good like that, but I want to make that bait hit some. So I like to slow it down enough to where I'm hitting the bottom, and when I hit the bottom, you want to lift that rod tip up and make it come off the cover and give it that swimming action as it falls. That's what triggers them into biting. Can you see that real well? Again, it comes in 3 sizes for it. I do the same thing with the biled crankbait. I want to reel that crankbait down until it hits the bottom, and when you hit it, I want to give it a quick pull and kind of stop it and pause it, and that's what's going to trigger a lot of fish into biting. Now, just out of curiosity, because I know these fish right here don't get to see a lot of crawfish, I'm going to throw my old crawdad. I hate to ruin another set of hooks. The orange crawfish color, the brown crawfish, is usually the #1 thing in the spring. The red colors, you know, anywhere around the country, because crawdads get real bright early in the year, and the bass know it. It's the first really high-quality protein food source that they can find in real cold water, and crawfish are sluggish, and it makes an easy meal for the bass. So these are dominant all around the country in crawfish patterns this time of year. You know, it's legendary down in Texas in the spring to throw the red and the brown crawfish colors. Same if you go down to Lake Guntersville. These are the #1 baits in the country in the months of February, March, and April. You know, up here in the north, this bait is something that you can use all year long. I like to fish them any of the lakes that have a lot of grass. Any time of the year, I'm going to throw these. I like to get them in the grass and rip it free. So that's where that long rod really comes up. And I'm kind of curious to see what they think of the old crawdad in here. You think he'd like that? See, it really has that great action. The red-eye shad's the, oh God, even the walleyes have red. Red-eye shad's the only bait on the market to do that. I actually helped design this lure just to do that. I know that when the bass really want to bite that is when it's falling. Gosh, he just ate it. Look at that. Thought he was getting a big crawdad. Oh, look at that great bait one right there. That is not a Pennsylvania bass right there. Oh, come on. That's what makes a red-eye shad special. So, again, I really appreciate everybody coming out. I think if you use some of the things that I talked about today with the spinner bait, you want to apply that to all your retreats. I love to fish fast-moving baits. It's a great way to find a lot of fish. After you got a good area, there's nothing wrong with throwing a drop shot or finesse fishing like that, but you got to find it before you can catch it. The muskies love it too. Something about that, the way that bait moves the water and the rattles in it, they can't handle it. So there was a group of people that we gave numbers to that I didn't quite get to for autographs back there. We're going to line those people back up. I'm going to finish those autographs. If anybody else needs one, again, I'm going to be around for a while, for the rest of the evening. Love to make sure that everybody gets taken care of. I really appreciate everybody taking a little bit of time out of their day to come out to Bass Pro Shops today. The Spring Classic is something that I always look forward to. The deals are tremendous. And another thing that I really want to tell you about, because you're all here because you want to learn some more things to catch a lot of fish. One thing that I'm really proud of is the Bass Pros TV show. How many people have watched that on TV? Steve Hargis, our producer for that show, 3 years ago made a conscious effort to change the Bass Pro Shops Outdoor World Fishing Show and said, you know what, there's enough fishing shows on TV where there's two guys in the boat having a good time catching fish.